Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will learn how to install the Multichain Explorer. Multichain Explorer is quite similar to the Bitcoin Blockchain Explorer. Here you can actually explore the entire Explorer and see how the blockchain is performing. Multichain Explorer is also based on the same kind of platform as Bitcoin Blockchain Explorer. As you can see, this is how a Multichain Explorer looks like. We will install it to get block details and see how it works. So let's jump directly into the GitHub page and start the installation process. We will exit the interactive mode because you want to install it into Node 1 server, not in the multi-chain. They have asked us to install the Python library for the Explorer. Copy all the mentioned commands and paste them onto Node 1. Now I've installed the configurations required for Multichain Explorer. Next, I will check the multi-chain repository, copy this given URL, and add the command git clone space URL. As I don't have Git installed, so I will run this command to install Git. It is basically a version management system that will help you to maintain the file properly. Paste the previous command we copied from the Multichain website again to create the Multichain Explorer. If you check the list, you can see that Multichain Explorer is downloaded, and now you need to execute the program for installation. You can do this using either root or user. I'm copying the user command. This completes the installation. Next step is to create and launch the multi-chain blockchain, but since we already have it running, we can skip this part. After that, we need to configure the multichain.conf file. So we will go to this directory, and you can see we are in the chain1 folder. To check the RPC settings, execute this command. This is your RPC port number, 7450, which I have already talked about in the previous lectures. Copy the RPC port number and add it to the multichain.conf file by using echo rpc port equals 7450 multichain.conf command. If you want to confirm that the RPC port has been recorded properly or not, execute the command cat space multichain.conf, and you can see it has been written correctly. After this, we will configure the Explorer. For doing this, we will go home, go to the Explorer folder, and copy the configuration command to create our own configuration file. So, copy this file to create the configuration, and then type sudo space nano space chain1.conf, and you get this port where you will be hosting the Multichain Explorer. You can edit the port to 80, 8080, or any other you would like, but I'm keeping it to 2750. One thing you need to keep in mind here is that your server should be accepting all the connections, which we will do by configuring the security group. Next, change the host to 0.0.0.0 to allow anyone to connect. As you can see, we have all the configurations of the multi-chain network, and I'll leave them as it is because we are using the same chain name and layout, including SQLite database. We will use the public IP of Node 1 to launch the browser. Next, we will append 2750 as the port number and launch. But before we go further, there is one last command to load the existing blockchain data into the Explorer. We will now go to the command line to execute this command. This will take time depending on how many blocks you have. Suppose you have 2 million to 3 million blocks. It will take a long time, maybe even a day to execute this command. Finally, we have launched this Multichain Explorer, and you can see all the transaction data that we just executed in the command line. You can explore each transaction by clicking on it and studying the inputs and outputs. Now have a look at the blocks, and you can see that there are 451 blocks, which will keep increasing with time. Here you can see the details of each miner and even check the address and get details of Asset 1. I hope you understood the step-by-step process of configuring a multi-chain explorer and connecting it with Server. In case you have any queries, email them on hello@blockchain-council.org. Thank you.